Per usual, I forgot to unmute. Are you surprised? I did get a haircut. What do you think? I I just cut it today. Big chop. I think it was like 7 inches. Or no, 5? I don't know. But yes, I finally cut it. Let me get the timer set up. Yeah, so what she did is she just cut my hair and then we didn't do any color. But so the ends, like the dark brown parts here. Hey, Sam. The dark brown parts here are still like dyed, but everything up here is my all natural color. Yeah. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I so we went to go see the new Superman movie. Superman is Justin's like absolute favorite superhero, so he wanted to go see it. And I'm going out of town tomorrow and I won't be back till Saturday, so he asked if we oh my god, Big Sid there. He asked if we could go today to see the movie. So that's where I was. I pushed the stream back like an hour. I'm still planning to go for a while tonight, but I'm gonna be in and out because I gotta pack my bags. Which I don't have a lot to pack, but I do have a lot of laundry that I haven't done. So, and I didn't even update my picture. A lots of things going on here. So, and I look tired. I got to figure out. So, I have that new light. I don't like how like top down it is. I want to get it more behind my camera, so I got to figure that all out. The movie was really good. It's definitely different from the standpoint that you get more information like about like Superman and then there's like Lex Luthor and you kind of learn more about that. And I really liked the guy who played Superman. Usually like I feel like I always kind of associate Superman with certain actors, but he did a good job. So, let me update. I'm going to as we're chatting, I'm going to go ahead and do a few things. Let me hold on. My I told Justin I want to get a new table because my if I have the light on here and the mic and the computer, it doesn't all fit. So we're talking about trying to figure out how to get like a stand desk so that I can multi stand. Also I've got like super cute nails on. They're little strawberries. So what are you guys reading? What are you up to? I'm gonna go ahead and get this all set up. Get Focus going. Oh, my browser just crashed. Sure you guys heard that. There we go. Close this, and this. Oh, Babel. Okay, so what book are you on now, Sam? 3? Actually, 3. That's how you do 3 in sign language. This is 9. 3. Still learning. Um, American Sign Language, actually. I just realized that might not be the same in Canada. I don't know what sign language you guys use. Okay. Okay, that's working there. This is going to probably pop something else. It's not what I want. Clearly, I'm just setting it up as I go. 3, the interlude. Okay. Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister, but we'll be switching to Babel. You're into book 3. I read Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. It's actually pretty good. I did figure it out not super early, but I did figure a few things out pretty quickly, so I'm wondering if you'll get the same thing. I guess we shall see. Also, I'm like looking at this color. This is so weird to me. So my gray hair doesn't go all the way down the back. This, like, all of this in here, trying to get it the right angle. That is like all my natural right in there. So, yeah, I didn't even start Babel. So I am currently reading The Robin on the Oak Throne, which is the second to The Wren in the Holly Library. And it's okay. I'm listening to it and it's okay. You're speculating, but it's good. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good book. So, um, but the Robin on the Oak Throne is the second in the Run in the Holly Library, which is a fantasy. But it's like fantastical realism because it's set in like real world locations. So it's like right now they're in Tokyo, I think is where they're at. But it's like monsters versus like fae. But there are fae, but it's mostly like monsters, warlocks, werewolves, vampires, that kind of stuff. So it's definitely fantasy. But a couple of my friends have already read it, so it's for a book club we're doing next Monday, and there's mixed feelings about the book, which is fine. I mean, we always have mixed feelings, but like I feel like the people that didn't like the first one are probably not going to like the second one. I mean, I think that's a realistic thing. Is it as spicy? Okay, so there's only been let me see how far I am. Hold on, Aiden. Cuz there is Kaiju Yeah. Kaiju vs. Fae would be fun, Sam says. Yeah. Um, there's only been one kind of spicy scene, but she's right now avoiding like that with Kierce is avoiding that with him. So we're not really getting there's just a lot of tension. But I'm checking right now how far I am into it. This needs to update because I'm definitely farther than that. What are you playing on? It's literally not making any sound. Okay. So I'm on chapter 18, so I'm pretty early into the book. I still have like 9 hours of listening time left. Yeah, I do agree. It's a wise life choice for her. Because at the end of the first book, she leaves and goes to Ireland, I think it is, or Paris. I don't remember. So, but they're back in each other's company, but they're not yet sleeping together. It's gonna happen. But I do know my friend finished it and she said that she got to the scene and was basically like, that's it. So I feel like maybe it wasn't as spicy as the first one, which is kind of a bummer. So, Sam, I can open the package, right? That you sent me? Because I know it's from you. Because I think you said there was two things in there. There's one thing that can hold me over. So I was gonna open it on stream if that's okay, but I figured you'd like to see that. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna open the package, just not the book. God, look at this thing. It's like I'm a high schooler all over again. I knew immediately that it was from Sam. Oh, here, Sam, I'm not gonna share your address or my address. But I saw like the Canadian postage and I was like, ah, yes, 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 yes. So it got here exactly when you said it was going to. Orange is to open, blue is for the exchange. Got it. Okay, so here's the package. I don't want to dox anybody, so let me just open the package. Orange and blue. It's funny that you use orange and blue because that's Detroit Tigers colors. Let me see here. Oh, this is not easy. All right, so we have two things it looks like. Hey, hold on, I'm almost there. Included a bonus book in case it arrived early. Okay, so I have, looks like red, orange, and then is this the blue one? Because this looks very green to me. Orange is to open, blue is for the exchange. What about the red? What's the red? And I open everything. Boop. There's nothing else left. Orange. Okay. You said blue. Apparently I forgot. Yes, green is to wait. Red is extra. So should I wait on the reds? So wait on these two. Here's a card. I don't see a card. Is it with the orange? Well, either way. Okay. You said I can open the orange, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this is orange. Drum roll. Okay, genre. Oh, ready? The card is in the red. I didn't think that one through. Do you want me to wait to open that then? I can wait. So this is from Sam. Genre, contemporary weirdness. Sub genre, unreliable female alcoholic narrator is unreliable. I love it. Tragic comedies with WTF, and I was going to say it and then I was like, I can't swear. WTF endings and broken characters are definitely my all-time favorite genre. 5-star review. I used to be an alcoholic suffering from delusional fantasies and hallucinations, but one day I decided to overcome my alcoholism by no longer buying hooch. 1-star review. All right, you ready? And the book is... Oh! That's exciting. Hold on. Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. I have not read this one, and I've heard so many good things about it. Yay! Thank you, Sam. Maybe I'll take it with me on this weekend. I know, laughing out loud. It's so good. It's so good, Sam. Thank you so much. And I kind of want, I had ripped it a little, but I kind of want to keep that. The sub genre. Yeah, it's so fun. I've heard so many good things about it. I've had like 3 or 4 of my friends tell me, like, you need to read this book. And I don't think I have that one, so that's perfect. And even if I do, this one's more special. You can open or leave red. You can always try to sneak out the card. See if I can get to the card. I think this is the card. I got it without seeing anything else. Okay, hold on. And Maple's already getting into the tissue. Let's see what Sam. Oh, Sam. Look. Blind date with a book exchange times may have been approached overzealously. Consider the bonus book as wishful thinking. This will arrive early and can be opened in advance so you aren't left staring at a mysterious brown package for prolonged periods of time. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts after reading the actual blind date book. I hope you cackle as loudly as I did, Sam. Thank you so much, Sam. It's so cute. It's actually not a sticker. It's like a card. That's so cute. I'll use it as my bookmark. Maple, get out. I know. You know what, Sam? I think Maple smells your kitties. I bet she smells the kitty. Because she was like digging into this. Well, now I'm excited to open the other one too. Thank you so much. I love this. Okay. Okay, so it looks like there might be someone else here. Is there someone else here? If so, you're welcome to share what you're reading. We love to chat books. Mine arrived from Allison earlier this week and has been sitting on my counter taunting me. Allison should have gotten mine because that's who I had. Since we're kind of knowing, but I only got one book, but I think Danielle said she got like 3. So Sam, I don't think you were overzealous at all. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have this one. I do not have this book. The torture. I know. Sam, hopefully yours comes soon. The camera keeps going in and out of focus. I look tired. I stayed up. So I'm doing an ARC read right now. Well, so I got approved to do an arc for a second book in a series called Fighting for You, but I'm rereading the first one just to make sure that I've got like a good like memory for what I'm about to read. And her book is supposed to release tomorrow. So, I don't know, Sam, if you've been on the Elfster app, but the Elfster app, if the person who's got you can say that they marked yours as sent. Um, I'm pretty sure I know it's not Danielle because she told me that her person was in the US. I do know that for sure. I don't know I don't know anybody else's though. And it sounds like Aiden, well, you don't know we don't know who you had, but I had Allison, Allison had Aiden, so I don't know after that. I mean, who else does that leave? Both Sarahs, right? So one of the Sarahs might have you. The one thing I wish I could see, I wish like on YouTube Live, I wish I could see everybody that was there so I could like say hi to people. Aiden had Danielle. Okay. But I can't. So yeah, I'm going to guess Sam one of the Sarahs had you cuz I'm pretty sure Danielle said her person was in the States, but she didn't tell me. She didn't tell me who. So she's got to have one of the Sarahs then. Cuz I had Allison, Allison had Aiden, Aiden had Danielle. So Danielle's probably got one of the Sarahs. Hmm. That's fun though. It's exciting. And I did schedule the meeting for the 22nd, right? So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to start the stream and just like have it running in the background. And then we'll just go from there. So hopefully whoever had you has already mailed yours. Um but yeah, no, I love this. I'm really excited. Thank you. The other book that I'm working on, so it's Fighting for You. I got to start that one, but I'm finishing the first one for a review. And then I'm also somehow I'm supposed to squeeze in the second book in, I think I set it for 8 p.m. Aiden. The second book in the, oh, it's not in here. So I read A Curse Carved in Bone, and then we're reading Curse Carved in Bone. Mm-mm. A Fate Inked in Blood was the first one. I read that, and then A Curse Carved in Bone. So between now and Monday evening, I need to read A Curse Carved in Bone, and I need to finish The Robin on the Oak Throne. And I need to start that arc. But I have time on that arc. But I think her book is actually coming out later this month. So I got to look at all of that. It's been a little bit of a busy week. I had book club on Monday. Oh, I'm glad I just thought of that. So Beach House Rules, I did finish that for my book club on Monday. And I really liked the book. There wasn't anything nefarious going on. Um, it was just a really good, like, heartfelt read. So I would definitely, if you need like a good like little summer read and it's set at the beach and it deals with, like families and unconventional families or found families, I would recommend it. It's definitely cute. It's not thrilling or anything like that, but I personally enjoyed it a lot. I think I gave it 4 stars. Keeping in mind that I tend to rate books nicely. I won't give a book a really low rating. If I finish a book and I don't rate it, it means I really didn't like it, is really what it means. And I just don't like to poop all over authors because just because it's not my cup of tea doesn't mean it was bad. So, unless it's Yellowface because I poop on that book all the time. I just, you don't know how I feel about that. And yeah, Sam, it is a lot to get through. Um, but it is what it is. So, I know that week's going to be, so this next week I should be on time for Thursday at 8 o'clock. That's the plan. Um, and then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. The week after, I'm out of town Thursday night, so I'm gonna be not streaming because I figured out I can't really stream. You need a much higher quality internet for that. It is because so for me, Sam, I can't stand characters that put themselves in situations and then cry about it the whole book. And while the story that is being told in that book is very important about stealing art, especially as a white person stealing from a person of color. I think it's a really important story, but I cannot stand people that put themselves in a bad position and then cry about it. And that's basically like the whole book. But yeah, it's because it just went too hard. And I got to give the writer credit because it accomplished it. I was supposed to be annoyed, and I was. And I still gave the book. I think I gave it like a 3.5 or a 4 because it's an important thing to. It's a thing to address. So, but it's just one of those books. I guess it's with the exception of All the Colors of the Dark, it's the only other book I talk about as much from last year. So, but okay, it is 9:35. I do want to try to get 2 full sprints in, which will have us going till 11:30 or so. We might not take as long of a break between them, but I do want to try to get 2 full sprints in. So I'm going to go ahead and get us going. I have had issues playing music or beach sounds. I don't know if it's too much for my computer or what, so I'm gonna not be playing any sounds today. I hope that's okay for everybody. And then I think that's it. I think that's everything to get started. Superman movie was great. That's why I was late today. Definitely recommend it. And we will chat soon. Don't forget to drink your water. Don't forget. And make sure you're stretching your body. So we will talk in 45 minutes. Okay. How'd everybody's sprint go? Oh, looks like Katie joined. Hey, Katie. Oh, let me see my hair down. I was running around the house getting my stuff ready for my little trip tomorrow. I managed to listen to a chapter while I was doing all that. Katie, what are you reading tonight? Oh, jeez. All right. Leela's here per usual. She's doing some exploring. I don't know why I didn't hear that. Usually I can hear it. I'm sitting right here. Also, don't forget to drink some water. I think there may have been dish soap in the bottom of this because I just tasted the water and it was like, ugh. So next break I'm gonna go get a new one. I also it's kind of hard to see. Let's see. So I bought like a rechargeable light bulb for that lamp right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Um, but it's cool because it has like this little remote and I can change some of the color. Like, see how it changed to green? It doesn't really like that dark one. Can I do red? Yeah, it doesn't want to do it. But I think it's because the battery's low on it, but it's a rechargeable light bulb. So instead of having the cord for that run down and behind, um, thank you so much. Yeah, I just got it cut this morning, like just this morning. Um, hey Lily, come here. Oh, she jumped down. Let's see. What did Katie say? What am I reading? Oh yes, I started reading No Time to Die by Taylor S. Newport. Thank you for the hair compliment. Got some reading in with some cat entertainment at the 50% mark for Babbel. Katie, for your information, I am listening to The Robin on the Oak Throne, which is the second book to the Wren and the Holly Library. It's for a book club next weekend. So I'm listening to it because I'm going out of town tomorrow. So I had to do some laundry and pack. Leela, hey, no, you don't need to go in the closet. Come on. Don't look at me with those cute eyes. Leela, Taranga Leela. Thank you. Were the cats doing zoomies, Aiden? I had a Kindle in one hand and BB's one in the other. Nice, got to finish those book club reads. Yeah, yep. Thanks. I'm just going, if you're local to me, I'm going to Kalamazoo, which is a city in Michigan. So my cousin's getting married in August. And her bridal shower is on Saturday. So to make it a fun weekend, because it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. My mom and I are going down tomorrow. We're gonna just like putz around downtown, and then we're going to spend the night down in that area, and then the shower is on Saturday, and then we'll come home. So, but yeah. So I'm picking her up at like 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then we're just gonna head out, and then I'll be back Saturday. I think the shower's at 2, so I'll be back around like 5 o'clock on Saturday. So, but I realized like minus the pajamas I wore last night, I don't have any clean pajamas, so I need to do a load of pajamas so I have like fresh pajamas to take. So Leela left the room. She didn't like that I used her government name. She'll be back. So, but yeah, I'm curious to see because I'm thinking tomorrow, either tomorrow or Saturday, I'm going to um try to wash and style it myself and see how I do. Because obviously, when the stylist does it, it looks, beautiful. So we'll see. Uh, you're in New York. Katie's in New York. I've been to Michigan quite a few times though, but only been to Grand Rapids, Mackinac Island, and Frankenmuth. So you hit some of the good stuff. I really love Grand Rapids. I would love to live over there, but all of our family is within like 15 minutes of us. But I am like an hour and 45 minutes east. So I'm more towards like Detroit. But Mackinac Island's really cute. And I really want to go because I was just watching it's either TikTok or Instagram Reels. But I just saw that there's like a new bookstore on the island that's like a cute little bookstore. And there's like a new coffee shop there. So usually, like in the past when I've gone, I just usually go get fudge and then there's a restaurant there that I like to go to. But I haven't been in so long and I'm actually going to Traverse City. Is that the right way for you guys? Yeah. So I'm going to Traverse City, which is kind of like up over here in a couple of weeks, but it's like our wine capital. So Grand Rapids is over here and then the Traverse City, the wine stuff. And Grand Rapids is known for their beer. So I'm going to Kalamazoo, which is down more over here. And I live basically near my freckle. You guys can see that. So basically, wow, you can even see my veins. I'm a little south of that. So the one good thing about Michigan is you can tell everybody where you live. And then we do like our Upper Peninsula. I think that's backwards. It goes like that. Wine capital. Yeah, Sam, if you ever feel like coming down to Michigan, we can do that. Oh, you took a solo trip to Mackinac Island for a graduation gift. So did you go and do like the point and like did you do like a carriage ride around the island? Because that's one of my favorite things. So for those that don't know, Mackinac Island does not have automobiles on it. It's all like horse and buggy and I think some golf carts, but they don't have cars. And the only way to get to it is via ferry. So I haven't been. I've stayed in the Grand. So the Grand is where is it somewhere in time? I think is where it was filmed. Jane McKenna was there. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law got engaged there. And then their daughter, yeah, virtual silent book club wine tour in Michigan. I'm totally down. Tell me when. Um, but my niece is named after a character in that movie. Leila, you don't need to go in the closet. Come here. Come say hi to everybody. Come on. Sit back. Say hi. Hey, say hi. Definitely drove a carriage around the island. No experience necessary. No one went with me. Thankfully, the horse knew where it was going. Yeah, I mean, the horses kind of know. They do. They know. Love that you took a solo trip, Katie. That sounds awesome. So I've done the horse and buggy where it takes you around, and then I've also done where you ride a bike around. But I usually stay kind of like by where the ferries are. I don't go like stay further on the island. And we used to actually, it's been a long time since we've done this, but we used to, Labor Day weekend, we used to walk the Mackinac Bridge. So we'd walk from the UP to the upper peninsula to the lower peninsula and then take a ferry to Mackinac for the day and then go home from there. And that's like 3.5 hours for me. Ah, okay. Somewhere in Time is one of your favorite movies. So yeah, so then that makes sense that you stayed there. So my niece's name is McKenna Jane, which makes sense. Let me say hi. Oh, she's like never on in the camera. One of the things that we were talking about, I want to get a sit stand desk so that um when I'm like recording or whatever, or like doing this, I can stand up too because I do get like back pain sometimes if I sit on my chair. My chair is really nice, but like I'm sitting forward on it, so if I can like stand or sit more back on it, it's fine. But if I'm just sitting on it, it can get a little bit painful because my legs are so short. So I see that we have a fourth person. Do you want to share what you're reading? Plan on naming your future daughter Emmylise, a mix of Emma and Elise. Very cute. Very cute. Is this a baby that's happening like soon or is this like in the future? Because this could be like a baby right now that you're making that's cooking in the oven. Though it is the year of the boy. I know more people having boys this year than girls. Like a lot of people. I've only known one person that's had a girl. I feel like it alternates year to year. I have names picked out too, but I don't share those names. I think my mom maybe knows one. No, 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 you're not seeing anyone. Okay, so this is in the future. I really like the name Emily, so that's very pretty. And it's like common enough that it works, but also like different enough that it's like kind of she's not going to meet another Emily's at school. Oh, Aiden, you're an aunt? Is this your first time being an aunt? Your brother and his partner just had a baby on Friday. It's so cute. Well, congratulations. I hope the delivery went well. Everybody's healthy, safe. Trying to see does this make my eyes? Like, what color do my eyes look like? Because I can't see. And this honking zip, man, I swear. You know they're bad when you can see them like stick out here. At least it's hiding. I'm not even insecure about it. It's just bothering me. Because it's like one of those ones that's like underneath there and it hurts. So right now in my book, they're trying to get more information and they're in like this area. I am first biological time. You have step nieces and nephews, but it was my baby brother. He's in his 20s and they're doing well. Oh, congratulations. That's so exciting. I love babies. Someday I'll have one of my own, but we'll see. Um, I have three, nope, do this right. Three nieces and nephews, an almost 16-year-old, an almost 13-year-old, and then my brother's daughter is almost 3. So, my brother got married later, had kids later, and then his sister had kids young because her husband's a little bit older. So, and then all of my friends' kids are my nieces and nephews. So I call like my friend Shannon's daughter's my niece. Um, Danielle's kiddo will be my nephew. So, and I'll be auntie. I'm Aunt Jackie to everybody's kids or Aunt Jay, depending on uh what they want me to be called. Because sometimes Jackie's hard. Yeah, it is fun. So I found out my nephew is going to driver's training, and it kind of like blew my mind because I planned his baby shower. Like, I planned the baby shower when he was, before he was born. So it's hard to like reconcile that it's been that long because like I was in college when that happened. I was, let's see, I'm 36. He's going to be 16 right before my 37th. So I was just shy of 21 when he was born. Yeah, we get to be the cool aunts. Yeah, I like being the cool aunt. When they're little, that's kind of hard. But now that my other niece and nephew are older, like it's fun to go back to school shopping and like doing all that stuff. So she's gonna be in 8th grade. And so it's like really important the clothes and accessories and hairstyles they're really in. So speaking of which, I gotta check when we're gonna take them back to school shopping because we've gotten them clothes every year since they started 1st grade. So I gotta schedule that because my schedule is already crazy. So, all right. So we're gonna do another 45, and then we're probably gonna wrap up after that. Don't forget to drink your water. Don't forget to stretch your body, and I will talk to you guys really soon. Okay. How did that sprint go for everybody? I was not productive from a reading perspective. I think I just am, I don't know. I just don't feel like reading tonight. Sometimes you just don't feel like it, and that's okay. I'll get some reading done this weekend, hopefully. I think I might just be getting tired. I'm hitting that point in the night where I'm just tired. Wayward child Robin out here making poor life choices this sprint. I mean, sometimes we gotta make bad life choices, Sam. Sometimes you just gotta make bad life choices. Katie, how many pages did you get written? Pebble is going well, but yes, agreed Sam on Robin's choices. I am I'm in read mode. I want to stay up all night with my books munching on fortified cereal. Nice. I had to count my words, 638 words written that sprint. That is not bad at all. So how many do you have left? Because I know earlier this month you said you had about 30,000. So like 600 words, is that like an average chapter? Like what is an average chapter length? Because I know like the average, you said the average like 300-page book is 80,000. So I'd imagine 80,000, 2,000 words a chapter if you do like a 40 chapter book, maybe. I mean, obviously not every chapter is going to be the same length, but let's see. This one is the one that Sam mailed me. 324 pages. And it's 41 chapters, so it was actually closer to 40,000 I needed and now about 34. Okay, so you're making really good progress then. 6,000 words, that's a lot. My goodness. I don't even think I speak that many words in a week. just, I guess it depends. Some weeks I talk a lot. I've noticed, and I think it's just because I work from home and I'm not like talking to people all day anymore. I've noticed that my vocal cords get tired. Google says 2,000 to 5,000 words average per chapter. Okay. That seems, yeah, I was going to say, I looked it up the other night, word count wise. For like a romance book, chapters is anywhere between 1,200 and 5,000. You're averaging about 2 to 3. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say because I know some like this is a personal preference, but I don't like when chapters are like stupidly long. I feel like I tend to like lose interest in the book when I do that. When they're like long like that. But I do think there is such a thing as like too short of a chapter, so it's like finding that balance. Mine do too, Jackie. I had to present to her board earlier this year and lost my voice. Yeah, it's interesting because like a lot of the work that I do for my day job is pretty independent work. So I don't do a lot of talking. Most of my communication is electronic. So I notice that like if I'm sitting and chatting with somebody, like I tend to lose my voice pretty quickly. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Katie says, I'm very introverted except at book events, so all of my extrovertedness comes out in my writing. While my main character is an extrovert, I also don't like large chapters. Yeah. So I feel like 10 to 15 pages is a decent sized chapter. I don't know what if that's like the average, but I feel like there is such a thing as like it's getting too long for the chapters. And then I also think it's like it's too short. Like I had a book where there was like one chapter that was like a half a page. And like I understood why the author did that, but I was also like, couldn't you have just put that in another chapter? and like just included that extra like 3 paragraphs. But I know I'm not an author, so I don't know. Maybe they couldn't do that. But Aiden says, I love the alter ego extroversion of your main character. Sam says, I co teach a course at work, and last fall my jaw locked from talking too much. Do not recommend. Yep. Feel like 10 to 12 pages is pretty average. Yeah. So, like, for me, 15 pages pushes it, but like, I'm also like, I read either during my lunch break or when I go to bed. So, if it's like a really long chapter, I feel like I can't get it done and then I get frustrated. Though last night I fell asleep with, so I have my Kindle stand right by my bed, fell asleep with my Kindle on with the charger or the page turner wrapped around my wrist like this. And I woke up this morning with my Kindle like page turner on my pillow. I'm like, it cracks me up when I do that. I'm surprised I haven't like strangled myself with that thing because it just ends up tangled everywhere. I don't know if my mic picks it up, but my husband's playing games, so if you guys can hear him, it's just him. He's in the other room and the door's open because the cats keep coming in and out. But yeah, no, um I feel like I don't do a lot of talking for work, which I'm totally fine with. I prefer um geez, what is going on with this part? I prefer my hair to or my hair. I prefer to work pretty independent. Okay, whatever. Page turners is such a blessing. You have a cordless one. Yeah, so I have what is going on here? Does this go here? Ah, there it goes. Okay. I'm not used to my hair being so big. Um, so I have like the cordless one, and I have a Kindle stand that like my Kindle just sits on. So it's actually a phone holder, but the Kindle works too. So this is driving me insane. I really should just put it up because here, I'm just gonna do that. It's like my ponytail's so tiny now. There we go. Ta-da. It's because it's curly. That's hilarious. Um, but I don't, I think it's just part of like, when you work from home. Like I work from home 4 days a week, and then when I am in the office, we don't talk. So yes, it's definitely hair playing time. She also put like a lot of hairspray in it to hold the curls, and I don't typically use a lot of product in my hair because of I got all these like skin allergies, and so like it can cause my scalp to break out. I do fine now, but I know I have small ponies now too. Yeah. So she curled my hair, which is not something I normally do, and then she put like hairspray in it. And I don't normally put like a hairspray. My hair holds curl really well because it's naturally pretty curly. But Aiden says I work from home too, but if I film a lot of videos, I can lose my voice. Yeah, I know that's like the funny thing. I haven't filmed in a little while. I need to do one, but I've noticed that when I'm filming videos, I tend to lose my voice too. So I'm trying to find like better ways to balance that, but I mean it's just part of the please turn off. There we go. It's part of life. It is funny because I was talking to somebody the other day about how like I used to wear like flats to work and I would go to the office every day and I always had shoes on. And now like when I'm at home, I'm either wearing socks or I'm barefoot. And so I don't like to wear shoes now because I don't like the way it feels. So it's kind of funny. Katie says I use heatless curls and leave them in at night. Best invention ever because my hair never used to hold a curl before that. That's awesome. I might have to try it with this. When I had the heatless curls before my hair, so my hair is very thick, and the heatless curls like would only come to like here, and my hair was like down to here and very thick, so they never worked. So Maple, come here. Come here, leave the squishmallows alone. Come here. Come say hi. Come on. Shake it off. Come on. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. I've slept in them one time, Sam, and I didn't have any issues with them. It's pretty soft. It's not like hard. It's not like sleeping in those like pink plastic foam snap ones when you were a kid. I don't know if you had that happen to you, but my mom used to put those things in my hair. I hated it. Think they are. I'm pretty sensitive to stuff while sleeping. Yeah, I'm a side sleeper too. So, okay, so are you a side sleeper where you just flat out sleep on your side, or do you like kick one foot out of the blanket? Because I'm definitely a kicker. Like, I've got to have a foot out. I can't stand being fully covered. It's like a satin pillow roll. Yeah, that's how I would describe it. I'm going to go ahead and pause this because this is going to be that was our last sprint. I mean, I've seen people use like tube socks for that too. But my hair's just it's just thick. She spent so much time thinning my hair out. Oh, yeah, no, I have to have one foot out. I don't know. But we keep our house. I like to be cold. I prefer the temperature of the house cold, so and then I was going to say just for point of reference, this was my hair right before I cut it. So, and then here's right after so you guys can see the difference. So I did take quite a bit off. And I'm so glad I did. I was hitting this point and it was like really bad when I went to Florida where I felt like my scalp was always hot. It didn't matter if my hair was up, it didn't matter if it was down. Like I just felt like I was always warm because my hair is so thick and I was like I can't do this anymore. So I went in this morning, she was prepared to just color my ends and I was like, what if we just cut most of them off? So, yeah. Katie thinks it's the satin material that helps keep the curls for me. Doesn't leave it frizzy. I never tried socks. Yeah. If you tend to have like a frizzy hair or your hair's like naturally kind of like wavy or curly, a satin pillowcase is a good idea too because regular will like do like this when you're sleeping. So like in the morning I tend to look more like that when I first wake up because my hair gets pulled every which way. It's gonna stay like that, but that's fine. Um and satin pillowcases, I don't get that as much, but I move around move around a lot in my sleep. I can't just lay. I tend to end up on my back, but I can't just like sit still. Uh yes, heavy and long hair is so rough. It really is. I mean, I'm really thankful that my hair is healthy. A few years ago after I had a molar pregnancy, which ended up in a miscarriage, I lost a lot of hair after that because what happens is with molar pregnancies, you get the pregnancy hormone and it's like a significant increase really fast. And then you go from that to like not having any hormone or very little. And so I lost a lot of hair during that time. And so I'm just thankful that my hair is like back to being thick and full and prenatals will do that too. Um but I lost a lot kind of like in the top and in the front and so I felt like really bald for a while. So it was essentially like I had like the pregnancy hormones of twins or triplets by my like 7th week, which was not normal. So it was crazy. So I had to go on Nutrafol for a while to help bring the hair back. And then I had all these tiny little hairs in here that would just beep. So now it's my hair's grown out. It's been 18 months of like just growing it, letting it do its own thing. So um and that miscarriage was in 2022. So it's been 3 years now. It takes about 2 years for your body to go back. Sam says their hair was driving and then bonkers had to cut it last week. Did you take a lot off, Sam? Or was it just like you got a good trim? And yes, so my knee will randomly come up. If I'm laying on my back, I always have like a leg up. Or if I'm like on my stomach, my right leg is bent like this while I'm sleeping. I can't stand I don't know. I'm a very dramatic sleeper. And sometimes like I talk in my sleep too. But that doesn't happen very often. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm gonna play around with this. I could potentially, depending on how I feel, after the first time I wash and style it myself, I might take even more off and kind of go even shorter. My concern is because I have a wider like neck down here. I like the length because it makes my face look longer and not quite so wide. But you could blend in with it. Oh, because you went pretty short then. Is it like buzzed underneath? Did you do like a fade? I've thought about doing that too, just shaving like all underneath here and just having this all be shaved. The problem with that is my hair grows an average of an inch a month. So I'd have to get my hair cut essentially every 2 weeks in order to maintain a buzz. And I don't have time for that. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So you went really short. I know my husband's been talking about doing a haircut because his hair is really long right now, too. It's kind of funny. It wasn't planned, but I started growing my hair out, like just like stop dyeing it, like the roots and stuff, January of 24. So I've been doing this for about 18 months. And he got a haircut in December of 23, and he has not cut his hair since then. So our hair right now is like pretty much the same length, but he's getting ready to cut it. I think, let me see if he showed me a picture of it. He texted me an idea, but we'll see when he does it. I mean, I don't have a preference. I like the long hair, but I just like to play with it. Let me see. Yeah, he wants to do something kind of like that, which I think is really nice. So, Sam says, "Oh, me either. I go 3 months and look like a mess when I drag myself in." Yeah. See, and that's the thing. If my hair's short and then it starts poking me in the back of the neck, I'm gonna get ticked off. I can't. So my neurodivergent self can't handle things poking my neck or my face. That's why my hair's up like most of the time. And in fact, actually, let's see. So this, yeah, I like that haircut too. So this piece here is pretty short. And so like I was like playing around earlier with and it was like sticking to my nose and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be interesting because I don't like my hair in my face." But I'm also like I think I'll get used to it after a couple of weeks. Um yeah. Katie it says she likes the haircut. And it says by the time I realize I need a haircut, I'm super impatient and do it yourself to varying results. I don't trust myself with my hair. It's so thick. It's so thick that I would end up with like a really uneven cut in the back. I will say during the pandemic, during the pandemic when we were locked down, my hairstylist or hair salon I go to offered like do it yourself dye kits. So your stylist would go in, she'd mix your color, and then you could go and pick it up. And at that time, I was still like dyeing my roots a lot because I wasn't ready to go whatever you want to call this gray, brown, pepper. It's technically peppered, I think. And so she did it like I got it and I got all this done and it looked really good. I did nothing back here. So by the time I was able to go in and see her like 5 or 6 months later, she was like, "Girl," and I was like, "Yeah, I know." Katie says, "I used to have a cute bob, but I like my long hair now. I want to do a long pixie, something like Audrey Hepburn from How to Steal a Million, but I'm not brave." So this is the way I look at it with hair. I mean, I also have the benefit of my hair growing very fast. It grows back. It grows back. You may if that's something you want to do, just do it. Because what's going to happen? It's going to grow back. I cut my hair during the pandemic thinning shears. I just let my hair grow. I didn't really care about the length. It was the roots. Because I think at that point, yeah, I had like dark, almost black hair at that point. So like this gray coming in and then having a dark root was terrible. But yeah, if you want to do a haircut, just do it. I mean, I will say when she first took the shears and through my hair, I was like, and then I was like, all right, well, ship sailed. Let's do it. So do a long pixie. Have fun with it. Yeah. Good tip about the thinning shears. Yeah. So she did that all the thinning shears back here. It was fantastic. But yes, my 2 cents, Katie. If it's something you really want, there's no reason not to. Yeah. So you grow a few inches every 6 months. Yeah. I grow the same way. I grow pretty fast. I mean, you got to think, well, this is freshly cut. You can kind of see where it ends. Like, so basically from here to where my fingers are, that's 18 months of growth. A little shorter than that. Yeah, like that. It's about 7 inches. Yeah. Sam says can put a wig in a ponytail. Worst case scenario. Yeah. Worst case scenario, you just wear headbands for a couple months while it grows back out. I mean, I have had a few bad haircuts, and during those times, thankfully it was 2011, so I did a lot of this stuff, just lots of pulled back. That streak looks cool. I say go for it. No one's stopping you. It's your hair, and it grows back. So, but if you do decide to do that, you got to share because I would love to see the results. But yeah, no, I just finally hit this point where I was like, I have no idea what my natural hair color is. I have no idea what my natural like wave is, because when you dye the hair, sometimes you lose some of the curl. And I was like, I'm just done. I need to just know what my natural hair and beanies are great, Sam says. I just need to know what my natural hair looks like. And so I started this journey, and I will say the first 6 months were super painful because it was like, very dark roots. I had a pretty strong line of demarcation, but then I've been with my stylist for almost 14 years, so I've been seeing her for a long time, and she figured out how to kind of blend the color so that as it grew out, it didn't get so stark. So, like you can see, like this, I'm gonna turn my head, but you can see on the side of my head how she blended it, and it looks more natural. So she did a really good job. So right now, it almost just kind of looks like I did like where you just color your ends a little bit. So we'll see. But all right, y'all. It is 11:45. I'm going to go ahead and hop off and get ready for bed. But thank you so much for your patience while I was at the movies today. I'm really glad Justin and I got to go do that because it was kind of like a little date. And I am planning to stream next week, and depending on where I get to this weekend, Sam, I really do want to read Babel, but I have no idea. Yeah, she did a great job, and I like my natural hair color. Yeah, it's interesting. It's got natural highlighting and everything, so we'll see. I'll play around with it, but thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure to take care of your body, take your mind, or take care of your mind, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.